Are you ready for some perimeter problems? I hope so. We're doing perimeter and consecutive number problems. So, in your packets, here we go. All right, for perimeter problems, the good news is you don't need let statements, but you do need a little picture. All right, and if I have a little picture here, I say the length of the rectangle is 3 more than twice the width. Watch that twice word that sneaks in there and we miss it all the time. So read these problems carefully. The perimeter is 36, so find the measure of the length and the width. Very straightforward. I can let my width be x or w or whatever I choose. So I'm going to choose w in this case, and my length is 3 more than twice. 3 more than twice my width. Now again, keep in mind with perimeter, we are going all the way around. We are circumventing this figure, okay? Not just where the variables are. I often see students just choose to add these two up. Well, unfortunately, you did not find the perimeter, you found the semi-perimeter, okay? So let's find the perimeter here, and an expression for the perimeter would be 2w plus 3 plus w plus 2w plus 3 plus w, and all in all, or 2 times the quantity 3w plus 3, and all in all, we should have 2 times 2, sorry, let me start this again, 2 times that semi-perimeter, which is 3w plus 3, equals 36. So go ahead and solve that. You can pause it here if you need to, and I would get w equals 5. So if w is 5, my width is 5, give me units, and my length then is going to be 13 centimeters, and does it check? Well, 13 plus 5 is 18 times 2 is 36. It checks. Hooray! Alrighty, let's go on and take a look at 3. These are more like what you're going to see this year, okay? With the old and the new and all kinds of variations thereof. So a length of a rectangle is 1 inch more than 3 times the width. Alright, so in my first rectangle, the length is 1 inch more than 3 times the width. So the width I know nothing about. The length I know is 1 more than 3 times the width. If the length is diminished by 3, so in my new rectangle, I'm taking this 3w plus 1, but I'm diminishing it by 2, all right? And the width is doubled, so I'm getting twice the width. Then I have a perimeter of 46 and find the dimensions of the original, all right? So in this case, my new length is going to be 3x. It's diminished by 3. Sorry about that, guys. Diminished by 3. I was looking at my equation there. All right, so this is going to be 3x minus 2. And so I'm going to have my perimeter is twice 5, it should be a w, 5w minus 2 equals 46. So go ahead, solve for w. So if you solve that, you should pause here, and I would get 10w minus 4 equals 46, and w equals 5 again. I guess w equals 5 again. So if w is 5, then the length is 16. So the dimensions of the original triangle or rectangle are 5 inches by 16 inches. Okay, sorry, I messed you up with the x's and the w's there, but I think you probably can figure that out. Let's go down, and I think you should be okay on the rest of this. Just be careful that you're always answering the question, especially in number 5, okay? But I think you'll be fine with these. Let's look at consecutive number problems. If you remember, very briefly, I'm going to remind you, we have consecutive integer problems, or consecutive number, which we set up. Since they're just consecutive numbers, we set them up x, then x plus 1, then x plus 2, dot, 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 okay? If I have consecutive odd integer or consecutive even, they are both set up the same way, and that's x, x plus 2, x plus 4, x plus 6, dot, 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 okay? Even though these are odd integers that I'm talking about, they're still 2 numbers apart, so I would add 2, 4, 6, etc. So let me take a look, for instance, at number 2. The lengths of the sides of a triangle are consecutive odd numbers. So I have a triangle, so how many am I finding? I'm finding 3. They're consecutive odd, so my let statements are x plus 2, even though they're odd, and x plus 4, because if the first number is 5, then it would be 7, 9, etc. So this is the first side, and then I have my second side and my third side. And is this a perimeter? Yes, they gave me perimeter. So I'm going to add those up to get perimeter, and that's going to give me 3x plus 6 equals 45. You can solve that in your head, and you should get that x equals 13. So my units are, I don't think it gave me a unit, so I'm just going to write 13 units, 15 units, and 17 units. And if I add those up, I do, in fact, get 45. All right, so let's go ahead and, actually, I think you guys can probably do these on your own. Maybe I'll walk through 4 with you just in case, but you should pause here and try that, because I think you could probably do this. Okay, 3 consecutive even integers such that twice the sum of the second and the third is 34 more than 3 times the first. You can't get hung up by a mouthful. It's just a mouthful. That's all it is. You break it down into easy steps. So x plus 2, since these are even, and x plus 4. This is my first consecutive even integer. This is my second consecutive even integer. And this is my third consecutive even integer. Such that twice, here's that twice again, twice the sum of the second and the third. So if I add the second and the third, that's 2x plus 6, is 34 more than 3 times the first. Okay? And then you just solve that, and you should get x equals 22. All right, so there's 22, 24, and 26. And those are my numbers. All right? So have fun with the rest of these. I'll see you tomorrow. Have a great night.